Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so this video is going to be a pick a card for what signs and messages are you not seeing. So this is going to help you with any sort of synchronicities that might be happening around you, but you're not consciously aware of them happening, and what could be sort of the cause for this reason. So go ahead and take as much time as you need to pick a pile. Pile 1, we have the red mushroom. Pile 2, we have the green mushroom. And pile 3, we have the orange mushroom. So again, if more than one pile is calling to you, listen to your intuition. Always trust your intuition and your own common sense first and foremost, especially for your own unique situation, because these are general messages for the collective. So not everything may resonate for you. With that said, we're going to go ahead and we'll jump into the cards. All right, for those who chose the little red mushroom, which I'm not going to try to pronounce because I know I'm going to mess up the actual name for that mushroom, but I do know what it is. But we're going to go ahead and dive into your cards and see what signs and messages are you not seeing at the moment. So we have the Four of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles. Then we have Change is Unavoidable, card 6. We have Gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. And lastly, we have Elephant. With greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So it feels like for you guys that what it is that what signs and messages you're not really picking up on is that good things are coming to you. Success is coming to you, or love, because I definitely see a lot of cards here that have to talk about celebration, completing, or not so much completing, but like hitting a milestone that everybody is celebrating with you. As well as maybe starting a family, meeting a good partner. But a lot of you are focusing, and what's kind of clouding this is there's probably some uncomfortable growing pains to these new changes that are coming to you with the Five of Pentacles. So there might be a lack of money or some things going on with your health or your body or whatever it may be that's causing you a lot of external sort of stress. And you might be having issues trying to make a decision about balancing out certain things or choosing a particular path. Is more so that maybe you're getting too caught up on all the little details and not so much on the main goal that you have in mind. Again, the key for you guys is to focus on your gratitude. Also, I see a lot of you guys, the color orange is really significant for a lot of you. So that might have to do with your sacral chakra. So it might have a lot to do with things like sexuality, creativity, whatever it may be. Again, there might be some sort of milestone that is coming up for you guys, and it's going to cause a big change in your life. And some of you are probably fighting against that, but you need to not do that. So let's look a little bit more deeply into some of the cards here. Looking at the elephant, let's see. This has to do with the keywords of royalty, longevity, inner strength, politics, leadership, power, impervious, courage, discernment, memory, wisdom, and again, family. So a lot of this, I feel like a lot of you, this has to do with family. Maybe children are leaving the nest, there's graduations happening, or maybe you're the child leaving, you're wanting to start a family, somebody's getting married. It can be all kinds of possibilities like that. So with the elephant coming up, you really want to ask yourself, are distractions making you forget things? Center yourself. Again, you need to not get so caught up in all of the little details that are happening around you and focus more on you're the main goals, looking at the bigger picture and not so much all the little pieces. Also pay attention, things that might be coming up as synchronicities could be things like pumpkins, again, the color orange, Dragonflies, moths in particular, obviously the elephant. You want to also ask yourself with the element, do you need to develop a thicker skin? How does your current situation smell? Use your nose. Seek the truth. Signs are everywhere. So again, a lot of you, and that's part of why you even clicked on this video, is because it's like you're probably asking for something specifically to come about, to manifest. You've been working on it. You've been dreaming about it, but you're not seeing any of like little like the key signs to tell you that, hey, it's on the way from the universe. But that's more so an inner, like that's more so your own kind of like spiritual blindness, I guess you could say. The signs are there. They're just not as obvious as you would like them to be. Maybe you're just starting on this journey of learning how to manifest, or, you know, starting again, this kind of journey and learning about it. And maybe you're expecting sort of like the Harry Potter version of magic, or, you know, very obvious signs and whatnot. That's very rarely how it works. It's always more subtle inclinations about what's to come. So that's why you have to learn how to get more centered, more balanced. And, you know, meditation might be something some of you might need to focus on in that regard in order to get into picking up on those more subtle signs and synchronicities. So with the change is unavoidable, let's look at the message of that card. Change is unavoidable. Every second of every day you undergo change. Your perception is altered, but what you see, feel, and experience from one moment to the next. Your body ages and moves closer to death with every breath. Autumn will always come to end the bounty of summer, and the new hope of spring will always follow the winter. Change is all around you. Do not let your fear bind you to the past and prevent you from enjoying your present and future. Stop fighting. You cannot resist the inevitable, so choose instead to embrace it with acceptance and peace. So again, especially I feel like some of you are like kind of blowing a situation out of proportion and focusing too much, like it's so bad or it's so uncomfortable or something. And you need to stop focusing on that and focus more on what is coming more positive towards you. Obviously, I think it's really interesting that the autumn is being mentioned. Liminal spaces might be important for some of you guys. The transition periods of time where the veil becomes thin. In particular, autumn is going to be a big one for you guys coming up whenever it is that you're watching this video, or again, maybe spring for some of you, but I feel more so the autumn. Again, the orange is really standing out to me for some reason. If there's any kind of celebrations or parties happening in autumn, pay a lot of attention to that and anything that builds up to that. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and pull a final message with the language of flower cards. What the hell was that? Okay. Okay. So you guys got 3 cards here. So we have wisteria, longevity. I feel like that was a word that came up with the elephant. Longevity, plan for and take the dedicated path. Exactly. Stop focusing and like spreading your attention thin and just pick one particular path to put all your focus towards. We have geranium, virility. Shake it up a little. You've got this. Again, stop panicking about the things that you can't control or that are already done and said with. And then we have nasturtium, grounding. The beginning is where you need to be. The beginning of something. Again, I feel like you guys are moving into some new period, and you need to just embrace that and embrace the fact that, hey, something had to die for that to come in. But yeah, that is the messages I'm seeing. Of course, if you guys are interested in personal readings, you can check out my Patreon, because I have a couple different tiers for that, including a pretty affordable one for a really sort of like simple personal reading. As well as if you follow for free on my Patreon, you'll get first access to new artworks and things like that. Also follow my other YouTube channel for artwork content or behind the scenes of just kind of my life, kind of vloggy stuff, attempts at vloggy stuff. But yeah, that's everything I see for this pile, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, for those who picked the green mushroom here, again, I do technically know the name of this, but I could not pronounce it if I wanted to. But they glow in the dark. They're pretty cool. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and see what signs and messages you're not seeing and what might be the situation that's causing it. So we have the 4 of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups, so a lot of emotion going on here. There's emotional signs and synchronicities that you're struggling with and that you might need to pay more attention. The color red in particular might be standing out to you. We have the Hierophant, so order, tradition, higher modes of education or marriage or something. Somebody that has more knowledge than you, religious figures, again, somebody in a position of authority. We have be vigilant, and there's that red again. Look at what I was talking about, and that's card 3. We have soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place of soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. That's interesting, because typically when we see the Four of Cups, it's like, oh, there's something you're not seeing, you're not paying attention. I feel like it's kind of an opposite meaning for you guys. Again, pay attention to the traditional meaning of the tarot card, but I'm going to interpret it a little bit different here, especially with the Eight of Cups being here. I feel like there's so many people, particularly maybe one person that's demanding your attention, and you're allowing that kind of to dictate your whole entire life. But there's signs and synchronicities happening around you that you need to take your own time. You need to focus on you. You need to get away from all the mayhem and find your own inner peace and solace, so that those outside annoyances no longer cloud your mental capacities, and you can focus on what you need most. So again, with the red coming up, you might need to focus on the root chakra. That might need work. Again, grounding. So there might be things with your family, or again, somebody maybe of authority, traditional values like that might be coming in. You had 2 of the animal cards, or spirit animal cards come up. You have Ladybug with good luck, and there's that red. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. And then we have the Coyote with revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Be vigilant. God damn, I can't talk today. Or spell, apparently. But yeah, I feel like, again, blue and red are particular strong colors here coming out to me. So maybe you need to work on your communication. Again, setting healthy boundaries with other people. Synchronicities, fire, dragons, coyotes, ladybugs. I feel like clouds in the sky might be another one. But you clearly need to take a pause and focus on your own time and what you need to work on, and not so much the mayhem of everything else around you. Again, I feel like for a lot of you here, there's a message here of watching out for a particular person around you that might be taking too much from you. And I feel like your particular spirit guides are really going to point out this person, but you might not be wanting to listen so much because, again, it might make you a little bit uncomfortable. So let's look at the keywords for the ladybug and the coyote here. Starting off with the coyote, we have keywords of survival, stealth, ingenuity, cunning, trickster, escape from traps, wise fool, playful, teacher, transformation, and wisdom. With this card, you want to ask yourself, have you been taking life too seriously and lost your childlike joy? Are you learning from your mistakes, or are you caught up in the same old trap? Is someone trying to deceive you? Don't be tricked. Exactly. So somebody who might be saying they're an expert in a certain area might not be as much as an expert as they're saying. And with the ladybug, we have luck, life cycle, good omen, joy, delicate, beauty, harmless, faith, change, release, renewal. So with this, you want to ask yourself, don't let worry ruin your happiness. Life is short. Seize the day. Do not despair. Joy is everywhere. Don't let others dim your colors. So that's where a little bit of the traditional interpretation of the Four Cups come in, is like, again, life is short. Seize the day. Don't despair. Joy is everywhere. So don't be focusing so much on what you think you might lack when you have the abundance around you to have fun. And again, that's what the Eight of Cups is really, pushing you to do, is leave a situation that's to other people might seem beneficial, but for you, it just really isn't anymore. And then we have that Be Vigilant card. So we're going to see what that says. Be watchful and cautious of both others' actions and your own. Stand ready to protect yourself from those who may covet what you have or seek to harm those you care for. But also be vigilant and watchful for your own actions, lest you be the one doing harm. Weigh your actions. Be sure you act wisely. Be sure you have done all that needs to be done before moving forward. Leave nothing to chance, lest all you have nurtured and cherished be undone by your own lack of vigilance. Exactly. So again, it feels like there's a lot of you guys, the signs and synchronicities and messages that are coming up around you have to do with warning you to be more vigilant about a situation, or I feel like particularly a person who might be taking more of your time than needs to be, is maybe killing your joy, and you need to reclaim that. And again, or on the conversely, you guys need to be more careful about maybe you're the one doing that to somebody else. And again, there's signs and synchronicities around you telling you, hey, you should probably curb that and focus more on your own joy and whatnot. So I'm going to pull some additional cards from the Language of Flowers and see what you guys got. We have Heartsease. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Compassion. Tread a little more tenderly. So again, that could be having to do with somebody else around you, or you need to show more compassion to yourself. And again, take a break when needed. We have Red Rose. Courage. Be brave. Be strong. Believe. Yeah, believe in yourself. Believe that you can carve out time for yourself when you need it. And lastly, we have Azalea. Temperance. Find balance and be centered. Find that balance and that centeredness in your own space and on your own time. So with that, that is everything I'm seeing for this particular group. Again, you might see red roses. Again, the color red in general is just a big one for you guys. But yeah, if you like this reading, do comment down below. And of course, check out my Patreon. You can become a free patron and just like follow my updates or little sneak peeks of new art and stuff. Or if you're looking for a personal reading, that's also on there, and including a well-priced, tiny reading for those who want a personal reading, but they don't want to spend a ton of money. I do have an option on there for that. And of course, do check out my other YouTube channel if you want to see behind the scenes, daily life stuff, as well as artwork. And I will see you in the next one. Right, for the third and final group with the little orange mushrooms. This is the one mushroom. I'm not exactly sure what type that actually is. But again, like the other piles, I'm not going to try to pronounce anything. But let's go ahead and see what signs and messages you might not be seeing, maybe the situation that's causing it. We have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the King of Wands. So we have a lot of people here. They could be of masculine energy or whatnot, but we have somebody who is very focused and goal-oriented and just charges through without any fear. We have somebody who's more steadfast, more logical, likes to, dot their I's, cross their T's, all of that. Then we have the Six of Pentacles here, which means, receiving or giving. We have embrace the feminine. Interesting. We also have strength. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. So your spirit guides are very much here. Again, these energies here could maybe represent the spirit guides are here guiding you, helping you. We also have Penguin with authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. We also have the Giraffe with visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. And we also have Tiger with fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So this is an interesting group. What am I feeling here? So obviously fire might be a particular synchronicity. Obviously pay attention to things like penguins, giraffes, tigers. Those might all be symbols. Also pay attention to unusual aid. When maybe it could be something as simple as you're in the grocery store or something, and you're struggling with a situation or a question, and then you happen to overhear somebody's conversation. They say a key word that like is a epiphany of sorts. It's like the key to your situation. So I feel like for you guys, the key here is to ask your spirit guides, or however you want to, say that, your guides, your angels, whatnot. Present your problem, your issue, your question, send it out there, and you're going to get answers again, but they won't come in the expected ways. They will come from unexpected source, and especially don't judge a book by its cover, I feel like is another thing here. Let's look at some of the keywords for the giraffe, tiger, and the penguin. So with giraffe, that is about gentleness, grace, beauty, charm, high perspective, vision, foresight, perception, mother's love, intuition. So with this card, you want to ask yourself, did you stick your neck out too far? Have you lost your balance? Do you need a higher perspective on a tough situation? What was I just describing? Asking the higher forces for guidance. Do you need to put yourself first and get more sleep and water? Reach for the truth from a greater perspective. And then we have penguin probably next. Yes. So with penguin, that's dignity, survival, social, unique, adaptable, communicative, resourceful, faithful, partnership, family, and love. With that card, you want to ask yourself, are you feeling disconnected? Find a group, join a club, and get in the flow. So there might be signs and synchronicities that are pushing you towards joining groups, having more courage to go ahead and meet with people, learn more about it. Somebody invites you to a family get-together, go ahead and do it. The storms of life come, but you always make it through. Don't worry about what others think of you. Let it go and love yourself. Have you been hiding your inner beauty? That's interesting, especially with embrace the feminines. For some of you who identify with feminine energy, this is definitely the big thing you need to work on. Well, maybe a lot of the synchronicities are telling you to work on is embracing the feminine within yourself. So loving yourself, doing maybe more beauty routines that make you feel good, self-care stuff. So let's also finally look at the tiger. And with that one, the keywords are strength, will, stealth, invisibility, passion, sexuality, yin and yang, balance. So again, regardless of what you identify as, we all have masculine and feminine energy. For everybody who picked this pile, you need to work more on the feminine energy within you. So you might see eggs as another symbol that's popping up for whatever weird reason. I feel like a lot of you guys, the color green in particular is really strong. So with other keywords are fluid movement, fiery devotion, solitary ambition, and fierce and determined. So what you need to ask yourself with this card is, are you tired from rushing around? Rest. Have your passions gotten the better of you? Is your aggressive nature getting you in trouble? Remember to keep your life in balance. Exactly. So let's also look at that feminine card there with card 10. So within yourself, there are two aspects in your nature, in our nature. The feminine and the masculine. Here in the present, you need to embrace the feminine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now is a time to be nurturing, creative, and to connect with nature, home, and heart. Listen to your intuition and emotions. Be receptive and compassionate. But remember, whilst you allow your feminine self to be dominant, you need to temper your gentleness with a fire that denies all meekness. So, in particular, for some of you who are looking for romantic relationships, especially if you identify as feminine, you're looking for a masculine, I feel like that is a really key thing, is embracing more of your feminine nature, because there might be two particular masculines who are going to be interested in you and are going to be attracted to that, but not the meekness. Don't be meek. Again, you can be graceful and nurturing and all that without being a doormat. Okay, so have a little bit of that inner fire and really have that strength to stand up for, again, your convictions, and work on the balance of the mind and the body, for sure, for you guys. I feel like some signs and synchronicities, when you are in situations where you could be giving or receiving assistance, don't be afraid to ask for help too, because that might be a big thing that the universe is pushing you. You might be somebody who is kind of stubborn. You like to do things on your own. You don't really like to ask for help, but there are people around you who are willing to assist, and maybe the universe is kind of pushing and throwing things at you, or throwing you into more situations where, hey, somebody's asking you to come to this event, or, you know, oh, meet this new friend, or hey, maybe you should go see your cousin. You know, do that, because again, this is going to give you opportunities to grow in a new way and to push you out of your comfort zone of learning how to ask for help, if that is resonating for some of you guys. And allow yourself to be nurtured by others. You don't always need to be the one who's throwing the nurturing to everybody else and being the one in control. You can receive some goods as well. That is proper balance and give and take. I definitely feel like some of you, there might be some stuff coming up with fairs or charity events. Those are synchronicities, and there's something important that you're going to learn through those events. The number 6 as well as 1 might be of significance for some of you. So we're going to close out this reading with a little extra card from the language of flowers. We got, that's crazy. So some of you might have watched pile 1 as well, because I think it was pile 1 that came up. So we have longevity, plan for and take the dedicated path. Ooh. We have zinnia. I love zinnias. Absence. What is not here is the key. So what is missing from your life? You might be so focused on certain other things that you're not realizing that there might be an element missing. Somebody else might actually point that out to you. It could be a partnership, but you're not going to get that partnership unless you're your authentic self. Foxglove. Confidence. Be what you want to see. Exactly. Embrace your own. Again, you might be somebody who's like, I'm just going to say, because it's looking like a ball-busting bitch. But deep down inside, you want to be that more feminine, delicate, like, I want somebody to take care of me for a change. But you feel uncomfortable embracing that because everybody sees you as this badass that's like, doesn't need any help. Allow yourself to take on that other role because your soul is greatly needing it. I'm going to pull you guys an extra card. There we go. Cactus flower. Ooh. Endurance. Hold on. You can do this. Exactly. So with that is everything I'm seeing for this pile. So if this resonated, if you guys enjoyed this, definitely do let me know. Of course, if you're interested in personal readings, including a lower priced one that I've never had on my Patreon before, definitely check that out. Again, all personal readings are on Patreon. If you join Patreon for free, you get little snippets of new artwork and all that fun stuff. And I have my other YouTube channel if you're interested in seeing more of the art side of my life, as well as just other behind the scenes stuff. That's all on the other channel. But with that, thank you for joining me for this reading, and I will see you in the next one.